Welcome back to our exploration of MKUltra, the CIA's notorious mind control program from the Cold War era. In this video, we'll delve deeper into the mysterious world of MKUltra, peeling back the layers to expose the specific experiments and methods employed. From LSD trials to hypnosis, electroshock therapy, and even sensory deprivation, we'll explore the techniques that were considered cutting-edge and highly controversial at the time. These experiments were conducted across various locations, including universities, hospitals, and prisons, often without the consent or awareness of those involved. Join us as we uncover the science and strategy behind the MKUltra experiments, a chapter of history as fascinating as it is unsettling. Without further ado, let's dive right in. It's essential to understand the backdrop of fear, rivalry, and innovation that defined the Cold War era when MKUltra was born. Imagine a time when the battle between East and West was not merely political or military, but a clash of ideologies that penetrated every aspect of life. The race to the moon, the arms race, the struggle for the hearts and minds of people across the globe. It was a period defined by tension, uncertainty, and the belief that the enemy was always one step ahead. Within this framework, intelligence agencies like the CIA were driven to explore unconventional methods to gain the upper hand. The stakes were perceived as incredibly high, and the boundaries of ethical consideration were at times overshadowed by national interests and fears of losing ground to the Soviet Union. Enter MKUltra, a program designed to master the human mind, to control, manipulate, and perhaps even create the perfect spy or assassin. It's in this electrifying atmosphere of paranoia and ambition that the story of MKUltra takes place. A tale not of science fiction, but of a reality that still holds lessons and warnings for us today. Let's delve into this complex web of secrecy, innovation, and transgression. We'll start with the mastermind behind it all, the notorious Sidney Gottlieb. Sidney Gottlieb was born on August 3, 1918, in the Bronx, New York. He earned a doctorate in biochemistry from California Institute of Technology, and despite a pronounced stutter and a clubfoot, joined the CIA in 1951. Quickly ascending within the agency, he became the head of the chemical division of the technical services staff. In this role, he spearheaded the MKUltra project, beginning in the early 1950s, to investigate the potential use of drugs, hypnosis, and other methods for mind control, espionage, and psychological torture. Despite the controversial nature of his work, Gottlieb was regarded as a brilliant scientist and was awarded the Distinguished Intelligence Medal. He retired from the CIA in 1973 and died in 1999. Gottlieb's personality was a complex blend of contradictions. Described as both charismatic and elusive, he was a man driven by a strong sense of patriotism and belief in his mission. He seemed unflinching in his willingness to push ethical boundaries in pursuit of his goals, often displaying a detached and clinical approach to the human subjects of his experiments. At the same time, those who knew him personally spoke of his kindness, compassion, and dedication to humanitarian causes. In his later years, he became involved in charitable work, particularly in India, where he spent time working at a leprosy hospital. Gottlieb was also known as a family man, deeply devoted to his wife and children, and engaged in hobbies like folk dancing. This duality, his involvement in some of the CIA's most controversial and ethically dubious programs, juxtaposed with his gentle personal demeanor, continues to make Sidney Gottlieb a figure of intrigue and debate. Sidney Gottlieb's team within the MKUltra project was a mix of scientists, agents, and support staff working together to explore the realms of mind control, interrogation, behavior modification, and related topics. Here are some key aspects of the team. Interdisciplinary team. The team was composed of experts from various fields, including psychologists, biochemists, physicians, and pharmacologists. This interdisciplinary approach allowed for a wide range of experiments and research methods. Secrecy. The nature of the project required a high level of secrecy. Team members often worked in isolated cells with limited knowledge of the entire project's scope. This compartmentalization was designed to protect the sensitive information involved in the program. Collaboration with institutions. Gottlieb's team collaborated with universities, hospitals, prisons, and pharmaceutical companies. These collaborations allowed them access to facilities, subjects, and expertise beyond what was available within the CIA. Controversial methods. The team conducted experiments that are now considered highly unethical, including administering drugs like LSD to unwitting subjects, sensory deprivation, and electroshock therapy. Internal divisions. Some reports indicate that there were divisions within the team, with certain members expressing discomfort or disagreement with the methods being employed. These internal dynamics reflect the complex ethical dilemmas faced by those involved in MKUltra. The MKUltra project encompassed a broad and often bewildering array of experiments. Sub-Project 8 delved into hypnosis, exploring its capacity for inducing amnesia, altering personalities, and extracting information. Despite collaborations with hypnotists, the success in utilizing hypnosis for intelligence purposes was limited. Sub-Project 68 researched sensory deprivation, isolating subjects in chambers that limited sensory stimuli to understand its potential for mind control. The results showed psychological effects but were inconclusive for intelligence applications. Sub-Project 40 involved parapsychology and extrasensory perception, ESP, investigating the potential for ESP in intelligence gathering. Collaborations with parapsychologists and experiments on subjects claiming psychic abilities proved largely inconclusive, with no practical applications developed. Sub-Project 94 assessed combinations of drugs for interrogation and behavior modification. Administering various drugs, sometimes in combination, led to limited success, and several experiments were halted due to health risks. Sub-Project 119 explored remote electronic monitoring, developing and testing technologies for surveillance and potential behavior influence. Much of this sub-project remains classified, leaving the results unclear. Sub-Project 1 is the most widely known of all MKUltra projects and focused on LSD, investigating its potential use for mind control and interrogation. What is LSD? LSD, lysergic acid diethylamide, is a psychedelic drug known for its psychological effects. It's classified as a hallucinogen, altering thoughts, feelings, and perceptions of those who take it. The compound was first synthesized in 1938 by Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann. Its psychedelic properties were discovered 5 years later. LSD interacts with the serotonin receptors in the brain, leading to its characteristic effects. LSD is typically ingested orally, often on a small piece of paper known as a blotter. It has been used recreationally, in psychiatric therapy, and as pertaining to the current topic, in various governmental experiments. The drug is also known for its association with the counterculture movements of the 1960s. While some advocate for its therapeutic potential, LSD remains a controlled substance in many countries due to concerns about safety and potential for abuse. Usage of LSD within MKUltra involved administering the drug to unwitting subjects, including CIA employees, military personnel, and civilians, leading to inconclusive results and widely criticized ethical implications. The CIA's interest in LSD was part of a broader effort to discover mind-controlling substances. They hoped to create a truth serum that could be used in interrogations and possibly to control the minds of foreign leaders and populations. Perhaps the most infamous aspect of these LSD experiments was the administration of the drug to individuals without their consent or knowledge. This occurred in various settings, including CIA safe houses, military bases, and even public places. Under the sub-operation, Operation Midnight Climax, prostitutes were paid to lure clients to safe houses where LSD was secretly administered, and the effects were observed behind two-way mirrors. Experiments on military personnel also occurred, such as soldiers being given LSD without full knowledge of what to expect, leading to traumatic experiences for many. Various universities were funded to conduct research with LSD, often without subjects' complete understanding or consent. The results were wildly inconsistent, with some subjects experiencing euphoria, others terror, and everything in between. As a tool for mind control or reliable interrogation, LSD proved ineffective. Some individuals suffered long-term psychological damage from these experiments, leading to ongoing legal and moral disputes. The complete lack of informed consent in many of these experiments has led to widespread condemnation. Many argue that these studies represented a profound betrayal of trust and violation of ethical standards. These examples are just a fraction of the more than 150 known sub-projects under MKUltra. Many details remain hidden or were destroyed, contributing to the ongoing mystery surrounding this controversial program. Some rather obscure theories and offshoots of this topic have embedded themselves in popular opinion as well. Some theories suggest that MK Ultra succeeded in creating mind-controlled assassins who could be triggered by specific phrases or signals. Another conspiracy posits that famous musicians, actors, and other celebrities have been subjected to MK Ultra techniques to control their actions and influence the masses. Remote viewing is the claimed ability to see distant or unseen targets using paranormal means. Some believe MK Ultra delved into this area, though it's a claim more closely associated with the separate Stargate project. Some fringe theories propose that MK Ultra was involved in reverse engineering alien technology or communicating with extraterrestrial beings. Connections between MK Ultra and secret societies like the Illuminati or the New World Order have been posited by conspiracy theorists. They believe the project was part of a global control agenda. Some even more speculative ideas include MK Ultra engaging in experiments related to time travel or teleportation. There have also been allegations that MK Ultra involved the use of occult practices and rituals in its experiments. However, most documents pertaining to MK Ultra remain classified, so there can be no real answer to these questions as of now. The MK Ultra project, in all its complexity, controversy, and intrigue, stands as a dark symbol of the lengths governments may go to in pursuit of power and control. From the chilling real experiments that crossed ethical lines to the fantastical theories that spark the imagination, MK Ultra's legacy is both a cautionary tale and a captivating mystery. The real experiments conducted, whether successful or failed, left an indelible mark on the subjects involved and raised profound ethical questions that continue to resonate. Meanwhile, the more obscure and out-there theories surrounding the project reflect our fascination with the unknown and our desire to explore the limits of human potential. As we look back at MK Ultra, we are reminded of the importance of transparency, accountability, and ethical integrity in scientific and governmental pursuits. The story urges us to be vigilant in our quest for truth and to approach the sensational and speculative with a discerning eye. Ultimately, MK Ultra serves as a powerful example of how the intersection of science, politics, and human curiosity can lead to both remarkable discoveries and troubling excesses. It's a complex narrative that continues to provoke thought, stir debate, and inspire both historical examination and creative interpretation. By unpacking the layers of MK Ultra, we not only delve into a hidden chapter of history but also confront enduring questions about human nature, power, ethics, and the uncharted territories of the mind. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating and turbulent underbelly of the United States government. Be sure to check out my other videos, and please leave a like if you enjoyed and consider subscribing. Until next time.